Okay. Charles, okay. Uh, Mindy here, last one up. Reds, the red hot Reds, coming in with my favorite pitcher, Luke Weaver. Uh,
Luke Weaver.
the worst pitcher that wins every time. Um, he's a very enigmatic pitcher, is what I said on Tony's show. The Dodgers are a big favorite, of course, at minus 200. The total is 10.5 under 20, but the Reds are interesting, Mindy. I always say it. I talk about
Money
winning
burners,
units,
money
winning
makers.
units. Yeah. Uh, Despite having an ERA close to 10 in his last 10 starts, the Reds are 9-1 when he starts. How do you explain that?
I don't know how to explain it exactly, other than I guess you got to hit more runs, hit more guys in than your opponent. Isn't that the name of the game, perhaps? But look, the Reds can hang in there with scoring runs. They're sitting up there at 5 runs per game. Dodgers 4.59 over their last 5. But it's one of those that it's been more of the Reds that are not allowing as many runs against as of late. And two, we talked about the woes of the Dodgers bullpen a little bit. I mean, look at the Reds. They have 40 saves compared to the Dodgers at 24. That's just a lot more precisely that the Dodgers have to be, or I guess how much more offensively minded they have to be in this one. And if they have off days, then they don't make it. And then you have Emmett Sheehan here, 6.75 ERA, allows 4.6 walks per 9, allows 1.7 home runs per 9. Man, I think I got to go back on the Reds here again today, Ramon. I'm going to take him on the run line. I think this is one. I like the Reds on the money line yesterday, even though I kind of chickened out. Still went with the run line. I do probably like the Dodgers to just eke this one out via my numbers, but I will take the run line here with this Reds team.
Well, it was the Reds that eked out yesterday's win.
They did, yes.
6-5, and the Reds 29-22 on the road. I like teams that win on the road. I think that transcends into the postseason. The Reds are definitely having a great year. I mean, who would have thought of these two teams have such similar records? Yeah, the Reds are 4 games behind the Dodgers in the loss column, but still just a great season for the Reds. It's kind of like with Weaver, right? I mean, you're not going to throw out the guy who is continually going out there and battling. Sometimes you get into games, maybe Weaver or is in some situation. Look, he's up against Sheehan. There's no advantage for the Dodgers right here necessarily with
Right.
Sheehan against a guy like Weaver. They both have an ERA, well north of 6 runs, 6 close to 7 runs, and high whips as well. So we nailed this game yesterday, Mindy. You said Reds run line. I said over. How is there not? Look at this total. 10.5 in a Dodger game. I'm glad it's juiced to the under. When I saw it earlier and it was kind of creeping up a little bit higher, I was like, wow, look out. This one got steamed to the over. Could we see some crazy 11? Mindy, there might be like 13 runs scored in this game, and it might not even be over. It feels like. And I think the Reds will keep hitting, and I'll take them with you. Maybe it's not the best. What is it? Pick them on the run line.
Yeah, I had like minus 114, but the numbers have changed around a little bit. Oh, that's probably about right.
Okay. Well, I'll take him. Sheehan has a 12.4 ERA in his last 3 starts. No denying the Dodgers they still have won 12 of 19. They're not going anywhere, but the Reds have won 7 of their last 9 now. And like I said, Weaver, whatever crazy stat this is for Weaver, getting out there with that crazy record. He's won 9 of his last 10 and is up 7.5 units despite his 7.2 ERA. So let's see what the chat, how they've unfolded this one. And it's Ron gonna lay the run line on the Dodgers. So is Verley. So is Dre. They love the Dodgers. I
Ah,
want to take the uh, Reds on the money line, really.
oh, there we go.
But we'll take the run line. That's fine. So Butterscotch Dodgers team total over. Ron's with us on the Reds. So is Jacoby, I think here. He'll take the money. They're both taking the money line. We're taking the run line, just to be sure, because you could see, yeah, Mookie, yeah, they had their chances, and they probably will
Sure.
again tonight. Um, you know, look, it's going to be a crazy game. It's going to be, I'm sure, a massive score here in this one. It's going to. How can it not be the way these teams are going over constantly? Dodgers over in 17 of the last 24. They've gone over in 5 of 6 Sheehan starts. They've gone over in 7 of Weaver's last 9 starts. Reds have been going under quite a bit, but in the last 2 weeks, but in general, not for the season. A lot of times, you want to shorten the sample size, but I don't think so here against Emmett Sheehan. Sakori on the over. All right, you guys, great job. Great show. Mindy's entering the plays, I think, right
I am. I
now.
am. That's why I was
And
all quiet and
Art
stuff. Yeah.
Thompson, Art Thomps says Reds first 5. Who'd have thought this? Mike, thank you very much for that. Dodger Stadium averages 9. Now, granted, when I talk about some of the old Dodger, the West Coast, it's only been a couple of years that we've had the double, the DH in the National League. There were a lot of years where having the pitcher bat, which looking back on it now, kind of. I'll give baseball and even the commissioner a lot of credit. Yeah, I'm down on the shift, right? The other night, Mindy, they brought in 5 infielders. How does that work, right? Um,
I
I
didn't see
can't move
that.
my outfielders to the side. I can't move my infielder, but I can bring in an outfielder. I
Huh.
understand. I'm not being a jerk here, but
I didn't
does
know that that was an option. Okay.
yeah? Well, I mean, of course, it's especially as a softball. It's been an option, but we haven't seen it maybe as much lately. Like it used to be automatic, right? You get to that 9th inning, you bring an outfielder. Well, I won't say automatic, but a lot of teams would do it. You bring in the 5th
Little
infielder.
rover. Yeah.
But you just don't see it as much anymore. But the other night, a team did do that, and it made me think, why are they allowed to do that if you got these other specific? And the teams are still doing a pretty decent job putting the, you know, right there next to the middle point of the field. Probably should draw a line out there. Doesn't it seem like sometimes a ball gets hit up the middle and you're like, wow, that second baseman sure got to the other side got to the short